This is the 2024 GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate, and it's GMC's most expensive and most luxurious offering. But is it a recipe that people are going to want to buy? So today I'm going to test it, and we'll find out. So the Denali badge has always been a way to distinguish the higher trims on SUVs and pickups from GMC. But apparently that wasn't enough, so they've come along and raised their game even further with this Ultimate trim. I mean, what's next? The Denali Ultimate Pinnacle? So let's switch things up a little bit and start with the pricing. This Denali Ultimate will cost you $85,690, and that's a hell of a lot for a truck that doesn't have 700 horsepower. It does, however, have GM's very, very good Super Cruise system for $2,200 included. So standard hardware includes a full safety suite, Denali premium suspension with adaptive ride control. It has a trailering brake feature and full trailering package, and a 2-speed transfer case. So at the front you get this black grille, chrome grille. GM actually calls it Vader Chrome. Slightly goofy or slightly cool depending on your opinion, and then LED headlights on either side. It gets these 7-spoke 22-inch rims wearing these Bridgestone lenses. Yuck. They are 275/50s all around, and not the best sort of tire or wheel combination for going off-road. So the regular Denali gets the choice of a short or a standard bed. This one only gets the short bed, but it does have the really cool multi-pro tailgate. So you can open the top piece here, just sort of fold that down, or you can open the whole thing. Got a soft open system here, or you can hit the top button, drop that, makes loading a little bit easier because you can reach further into the bed. There's also this nifty little handle if you're not able to climb up there, and then you're also can use this step up to get straight in. And then all Denali Ultimates get the power retractable side steps. So great news under the hood. This one's got the excellent 3-liter Duramax diesel engine. They've upped the power and torque since last year's model. Since this is a 2024, it gets 305 horsepower, 495 foot-pounds of torque driven through a really good 10-speed automatic transmission. Good for 7.1 seconds to 60, not nearly as fast as the V8, the 6.4-liter V8, but this is the engine that I would have, and tread carefully, you get around 27 miles on the highway. Inside the back, there is acres of room. This chair's a little bit further forward than most people. I'm not very tall. Materials quality is really good. Seats are obviously a little hard, as they usually are in the back, but beautifully covered in leather. And this pulls down to reveal a couple of cup holders, a little bit of storage space. You also get heated seats, vents, and some power. Headroom is pretty decent. They've sculpted this out so you're not hitting your head on the ceiling. There's some nice solid grab handles here in case you need to swing yourself into the vehicle. Yeah, it's a pretty nice place. And then this is kind of a nice, neat feature. Open up the back portion of the seat and you've got a little bit of storage space for stuff on both sides. And then under the seat, you get some storage. I'll move the Blue Def out of the way. This one also goes up to reveal some additional storage under here. This is good, but it's not my favorite thing. I wish they had like more of a flat floor and then you opened up to have storage underneath. That way you can get a full-size dog bed in here without it causing problems with this little wall here. So yeah, this is a bit of a problem for me. It's not perfect. So inside you get rich tan alpine umber leather, open pore wood on the door trim, these cool etchings along here and also here on the passenger side dash. On the sill on both sides you get ultimate badges. Bose speakers are standard. You also get a digital rear view mirror, a wireless charger. You also get a leather wrapped steering wheel and 16-way massaging front seats for both driver and the passenger. In the center console, slightly canted towards the driver, you get a 13.4-inch infotainment touchscreen. This one runs GMC's latest software. It's got built-in Google Maps, Google Assistant, Play Store access, wireless Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto support. Two pieces of good news. Very little piano black in this car. Maybe a little bit just here. Secondly, you get physical controls. So you've got your cooled seats, heat your back, heat your button back, heat your steering wheel, and then similar except for the steering wheel on the passenger side, fan speeds, and what your temperature is. This touchscreen is pretty quick. It's easy to pair your phone, easy to play your music. Hit the home button and you can go audio, maps, your phone. You can look at cameras. These are really good, really high def, top view. In this case, this is a front view, but you can change the view. You can get a view right here. You can get views to the side. Actually, really, really good cameras. Impressed with that. Google Assistant Play Store. If you swipe to the left, you've got your climate controls. This is your trailering here. We're not doing any trailering today, but this puts your lights on, your checklist, etc. If you're going trailering. Back home, podcasts, news, and a Wi-Fi hotspot. And then I like the fact that the little map is displayed here, but you can reconfigure these settings if you wish to. And then down here, you've got more physical buttons, which is basically your lane keep assist, your park assist, your stop-start system. You can lower the tailgate. And then you've got traction control off, on. This is for your off-road stuff. And really, really good. Down here, you've got a nice sort of rubberized spot for stuff. Two decent-sized cup holders. Little spot right here for spare change. A couple of little USBs. So down here, as well as your light controls, you've got various different settings. Auto, so the system decides whether you want 2 or 4-wheel drive. You got 2-wheel high, you've got 4-wheel low and 4-wheel high as well. And then mode, so currently in the dash we're in normal, but if we turn it, we go into sport mode. A little bit of a checkered flag. You see the little graphics here, kind of cool. Turn it again, we go into off-road mode and the little animated bump. I really like that. And then it displays it in the center as well. So you can configure this in various different ways to show different pieces of information. I have it with the speedo, but you can scroll through. You could look at your drive summary, averaging 18 miles to the gallon. I drove here uphill all the way, so that's pretty decent. Timer, tire pressures, any driver assistance, oil life, which is good. Brake pad life, got 99% left. Air filter, fuel filter, and how much diesel exhaust fluid we've used. So we won't be using that box, I don't think. Under here, you've got quite a large tray to put stuff in, and then another big space here for stuff that you might need, including some power. And then right here on the steering wheel is the Super Cruise system that knows whether your head is moving away. If you talk to your passenger for a while, it'll shut the system off. It works off this little light thing here. If it's red, it won't work. If it's green, it means Super Cruise is activated. And then down here, this is where you set your speed and hit that to set your Super Cruise. We'll give this a go a little bit later on. Any bad things? Yeah. So even though this is the Ultimate Edition, this standard scratchy plastic handle here has just been wrapped in this little piece of leather, but doesn't really cover it all. It's not really well done. And then here on the door, nice feeling quality plastics until you get here. You've got 2 bits of storage here. Got some stuff in there. And then down below, your standard glove box. And then of course, being the Ultimate, it comes with a sunroof. So, pretty decent so far. Not a whole lot to not like. It's just a little bit pricey. Let's take it for a drive. So we're on a quiet suburban street here. First impressions are that this car is very, very smooth, really nice suspension. Have it in normal mode right now. It will firm up a little bit when you put it in sport mode. I don't need that on these streets. Steering feels nicely weighted for a truck. Put your foot down. You can feel that torque kicking in, plenty of torque. It's not the quickest truck I've ever driven, but it is a turbo diesel after all. So we're going to head out to the freeway and we're going to activate Super Cruise and see how that works. Hopefully it'll be decently busy and we can see how this does its lane changes, how it brakes for cars in front. Let's just see how Super Cruise works. Last time I tested it, it was actually on a Bolt EUV a few years ago. And yeah, always been impressed with the Super Cruise system. Anyway, into the turns, it doesn't roll too much. It's a huge vehicle, but it's nicely controlled. Everything they've done about this is nicely controlled. I want to say it's almost as nice riding as a Ram, but I think the Ram just has it beat, particularly with its air suspension system. All right, so once we get up to a decent speed here, we can set the speed in the system. Before we do that though, let's accelerate past this car. Definitely quick enough. Very smooth too. The 10-speed transmission doesn't skip a beat, and if you put it into sport mode, it's a little bit more aggressive. Definitely feels quicker. I don't think that I would need the V8. Unnecessary. And you know, average right now, let's see here. So I've averaged for the, let's see, 5 days freeway driving, mostly urban driving, mostly around town, 20.7. It's pretty impressive. All right, let's set the speed. Okay, and then we're going to hit the Super Cruise button, and it is immediately green. And whoa, a little jerky there. Okay, so now we're going along. I set it for a little bit higher than the speed limit because it gets really boring doing 65. And then if you've never used one of these systems before, it's slightly disconcerting at first, and then you sort of get used to it. So what I want to do is, I'm going to slow down right now. I'm going to reset the speed to 68. Put Super Cruise back on. It's blue flashing. It's not ready yet. It's flashing blue. It's green. Okay, now we're going to do a lane change. So simply looking for an opening. I'll make sure we're okay too. And we've made a lane change. You know, it's not trying to be a fully autonomous system because it isn't. I've been using it a couple of times during the week, and it's not bad. So as long as you look forward on this little sensor right here, as long as this stays green, now it's gone red, so I got to take control. So usually it does that when Super Cruise hasn't mapped the specific area. I'll be honest, I prefer to drive myself, but if you're on a really long trip, say you were driving from here to Vegas on the 15, man, I would set it to Super Cruise, doing 80 miles an hour, and I would just let it go. All right, so we are on the little off-road bit. Test out the suspension. We're in 4 high. Probably would have been okay in auto, and then we're in off-road mode as well. Pretty smooth so far. This road does get a little bumpier further on. Obviously not going to try anything crazy like rock crawling or anything like that, but just wanted to see how well this goes on a easy truck trail. Something that I imagine most owners that spend $85,000 on a truck will not be doing. But since it has an off-road mode, we are going to use it. Big rock alert. All right, so this section gets a little bit bumpier. I don't think it's a problem. Take it easy and don't get a flat. That's my motto. Oh, bit of a dip there. But it is coping with these bumps pretty well. Nothing particularly challenging, but all I care about is a smooth ride. Oh, a little bit of water to splash through. That's handy. The stream is still going. Ugh. Slight bumpy there. All right, here's our turnaround point right here. So what do we think? Well, I can't imagine anyone wanting to haul anything dirty inside this vehicle. I mean, there's a trend these days that pickups are now luxury vehicles. It's a very, very nice place to hang out. It's kind of like being in your living room, and it's a great driving car. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Like, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time for another video.